Dr. Sangeeta Reddy,
the
are there
MSME
any
on
ideas
government.
that you have to offer about what industry could do to help itself? To seek help from the government is one thing, and the government says they're in the process of putting out a second stimulus package, and there'll be multiple in the weeks to come. What are the ideas that you have about how industry can collaborate across sectors to try and make life a little easier and to try and lessen the expectations and the burden on the government?
So Rahul, clearly I think industry by nature of itself springs into action the minute there's a crisis. So they are looking innovatively at what they can do with their existing infrastructure. First, they reached out to say, how can we help? So you know the textile manufacturers are now manufacturing PPE. There's a social intent, but also now people who are in automobiles and defense are now looking at what can we do in medical equipment manufacturing. So I think industry is being creative, is being proactive, and is bracing for the impact. But I think that's not what we're looking for. For a minute, let me just, kind of reset. We made history with that lockdown. We have definitely as a country, and we're proud of this, by the fact that, we are going to emerge out of this relatively unscathed. But we also need to understand that unless we do something soon, then the impact of the economic crisis is going to be far higher. The second thing is, everybody is calling it unprecedented, but we're not talking about creating a new rule book. All the facts which are being looked at of, FRBM norms or solvency or ratings or all these, is the old rule book. Why don't we figure out how we create a significant surplus and use this surplus to support business continuity, to re-stimulate demand, and then build new innovative industries for the future, manufacturing clusters, agri-processing, infrastructure investments, use the MNREGA, but get our roads and infra in place. And with this will emerge a new strong India. The funding that we take in today, and say the stimulus demand package that we put together, and it's government and industry together, we do it together and say that the tax generation is going to double or triple in the next 36 to 48 months, and you put a COVID test on that and say we will repay whatever we have raised. So I think we're not asking for the sake of asking. We are asking because unless you keep industry alive, the economy, the country, and the people of India will suffer. And unless you do it quickly, the longer you wait, the tougher it's going to be to recover. So this is not, and if you look at the package that Vicky had asked for, the number one request was really to support the vulnerable, put money in their hands. You saw that picture of people hiding in a cement mixer truck, of people trying to go home. You're seeing the picture of farmers, who's starving. You see children on the street. And urban poor is actually a sadder case than the rural poor. So we understand that. So first, put money in the hands of these people. Second is ensure business continuity, both for the MSME and for the large sector. The third and important aspect is please look at the healthcare, because if you lose your health security, you have lost too much for the country. Keep your hospitals and nursing homes alive. Then we move on to say invest in the future of the country, like I said, with roads, with agri, with new age industry and AI.
Now, Rashesh
So
Shah.
it's a uniform package, but the only point I'm trying to say is let's change the rules of the game and let's dream for a strong India together. This is not just about the government giving money. This is about industry, people, and the government all working together. And the last point which I want to make, which I think is important in this context, is we have to remove the fear and bring back the confidence. And that is, I think, at the root of all the initiatives that we take.
Rashesh Shah, the financial sector was already stressed.
Yeah.
The ghost of bad loans hanging over the NBFC sector. Now, after what happened with Franklin Templeton, we've seen a bit of a meltdown in the corporate debt sector, especially for non-AAA rated bonds. What do you think should be done? The RBI has already fired all the bazookas that it possibly could. What can be done more at the fiscal level by the government to try and ensure that there is solidarity, there is strength, and some sense of confidence in the financial services sector?
Absolutely. Actually, you've raised a very important part because, financial system is like the blood in the body. The liquidity needs to flow. And what we have seen over the last 18 months, but also over the last few weeks, is there is an extreme amount of risk aversion. And as a result of that, the markets are frozen. So if you see, the economy, like we all talk about opening up again, but I always believe that closing was maybe easier because it was a very binomial. It was one single shot, you close the economy. But opening up is going to be very gradual, very calibrated, and the government, the central government, the state government, the industry, the workers, the individuals will all have to revive confidence for the opening up to happen. You can't open up by order. You will have to open up by installing confidence. And one of the ways of installing confidence is to get cash flows started, get liquidity started again, because everybody in the month of April, cash flows have dried up. An average company's cash inflow were about 5 to 10% of normal, but the cash outflows were still 30-40% of normal. So I think we need to get the liquidity flowing. What RBI has done has been a good thing. They've tried to pump liquidity, but unfortunately, we have a financial system which is very banking dependent. So if you look at credit flow in the economy, they come via mutual funds, via the bond market, they come via NBFCs, and they come via banks. Now, 18 months ago, I think NBFCs had their own issues after ILFS. So NBFC flow of credit has been choked.